WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. My name is Amelia Lee here with you on this Friday, February 28th, and the time is 6 o'clock, which means it is time to check on in with meteorologist Eric Dean for a look at the forecast this morning. Eric, what do we have going on for our weather day today?
Tell you what, gorgeous day. I know we were talking about car washes earlier, and I have to say, I thought I heard Caroline and Dustin in the control room saying they were going to wash our cars this week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Keys are right here, guys. Thank you so much. We'll pay in food. 37 degrees right now in McCreary County. Current time is now 6 a.m. Feels like 37. Our humidity is at 70%. We have a west wind at 2 miles per hour. Other temperatures across the area in the 30s and 40s. 40 in Harlan, 34 in Middlesboro, as well as Jonesville, 34 in Wise, 39 in Jackson, 31 in Irvin. All is quiet on the satellite and radar. This is going to get a break as we go throughout the weekend. Temperatures today will go into the 50s, even 60s, and that's going to pave the way for a pretty darn good weekend with plenty of sunshine. More coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Amelia.
All right, thank you, Eric. Well, flood victims in eastern Kentucky can start trying to get assistance from FEMA. Disaster recovery centers opened yesterday morning at the Pike County Library in Pikeville and at the Belfry Branch Library. Andrew Colgrove begins our flood aftermath coverage.
Mud everywhere.
Nearly 2 weeks after her home in Pikeville was ravaged in the flood.
It's just destroyed everything.
Anna Prater says she's desperate for help.
I'm on a fixed income. I can't buy another place. I mean, I'm homeless.
In-person support is now available for those facing such plights.
This is a place where they can come and speak face-to-face with someone with FEMA.
2 disaster recovery centers are open in Pike County, at the Pike County Library and Belfry Branch Library. FEMA representatives are here to explain how to apply for assistance and help connect survivors with resources to help them recover. The sites will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
The way that this storm affected you versus how it affected your neighbor is incredibly different.
Craig Browning is a FEMA External Affairs Officer.
Come talk to us, tell us your story, and that we can help you get on that jumpstart road to recovery.
Everybody in here needs help. Some people are just walking away from their homes. I can't do that.
Prater registered with FEMA online.
I'm hoping that FEMA comes in and helps enough to where I can make it a home again.
And they say more disaster recovery centers will be opening in the affected areas of Kentucky in the coming days. Andrew Colgrove, WSAZ, Pikeville.
The deadline to apply for federal assistance is April 25th. FEMA workers were out helping flood survivors in Clay County yesterday. Emergency management officials say they were going door to door for initial intakes to get disaster relief. If you missed them, FEMA says more crews will be out this week and next. You can also apply for relief at the Mobile Intake Center at the Oneida Community Church. A disaster recovery center is also opening next week at the Clay County Health Department. In West Virginia, federal aid has been approved for several counties rocked by historic flooding, including Mingo County. The Individual Assistance Program provides funds to people who sustain damage to their homes or property. It's been tough in Mingo County, where places like Marrowbone Creek and Fairview were hit extremely hard. Those in the community say this is a massive step on the road to recovery.
Just seeing all walks of life coming in here that's been affected by this disaster, you know, I think these folks are just, it gives them a lot of hope and a surety that the government is there for them and to help them get their lives back together.
Governor Patrick Morrisey also says this declaration provides West Virginians the opportunity to participate in the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, which can provide resources to alleviate or reduce future flooding. Well, this is a look at behind the scenes as Pikeville Medical Center and the PMC Foundation worked last night to raise money for flood victims and share resources with families. You saw part of that event live on WYMT. Donations poured in from North Carolina, Tennessee, Michigan, and even as far away as California.
Sometimes people don't know where to turn, don't know who to call. So we want our event not to just be about raising money.
Right.
It is about that. But we also want to give people access to resources in the communities.
If you'd like to donate or learn more about assistance resources, you can visit pikevillehospital.org/flood. Many people are working to clean up after floodwaters poured through the region February 15th and 16th. But for some, there is nothing left to salvage. Leonard McCary Jr. says his home in Pike County was hit by the floodwaters, and before he could get inside to assess the damage, a fire broke out and engulfed his mouth card home. He says now, as the community works to clean up, he's just wondering what his next steps will be. So his mother created an online fundraiser to try and bring in support.
When I lay down at night, I just dream of having me a place to lay my head down, you know, and be able to shower and go to bed and try to get my life. Well, it'll never be normal again for everything I've lost, but, you know, I try to move forward.
McCary says the community has been incredible to everyone who lost something during the flood, and he's so proud of the strength his neighbors have shown. Everyone could use a thank you from time to time, and Hazard Community and Technical College is making sure flood workers are getting the recognition they deserve. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino explains.
When high waters rushed through the region, flood workers did not hesitate to get their feet wet to help. Officials with HCTC made efforts to show their appreciation to those on the front lines, who have dedicated their efforts toward helping with recovery. Faculty and staff all pitched in together, providing these city and county workers with lunch, made and served with special appreciation.
As soon as Dr. Linda sent the email out, I got right on and I said, this is what I'll bring because I wanted to participate.
Water workers, police and fire departments, electrical personnel and more were welcomed with empty plates to fill.
It's one small way that we can say thank you for all that they have done for our residents.
And making sure the workers feel the love they deserve. And recognition is what they felt, with smiles reassuring them their hard work is noticed.
This is Hazard. We love each other. We take care of each other. It's great.
Because of these workers, officials with HCTC say this is the least they could do.
I'm glad to have the support of the community because we do all we can to provide water for the people of Perry County.
HCTC officials say they have stepped up not only as an institution, but as a vital force for recovery. In Perry County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The HCTC Heavy Equipment Program has used machinery from the school to help with clearing muddy parking lots for local businesses. The CDL program also mobilized its trucks for transporting emergency supplies where they're needed. Some parents in Claiborne County, Tennessee are calling it inhumane. The district says there is an ongoing issue with the heating unit inside Powell Valley Elementary. The assistant director of schools says it started in the fall and has persisted through the cold months. District leaders say they were able to move students and their classes to other parts of the school where the heat worked. They say a part has been ordered which should fix the problem for good.
Current time is now 6:08. Let's go ahead and take a look at the temperatures outside. We're at 32 in Manchester, 36 in Hazard, Harlan. Good morning to you. You're at 40, 34 in Jonesville, 34 in Whitesburg, 38 is the current temperature in Pikeville. Right now, we're sitting at 36 degrees. And for weather anytime, day or night, you can download the free WYMT First Alert Weather app where you get the current conditions. We're at 36. Our humidity is at 75%. We have a nice calm wind out there. As we go throughout the next several hours, we'll see wall-to-wall sunshine. Look at that temperature by 11 o'clock, 50 degrees, 54 by noon, 58 by the time 1 p.m. rolls around. We'll see an overall nice weekend, but rain chances are in the forecast. We'll talk about that coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes.